Four random variables w, x, y, and z are defined below. State with reasons whether the distribution of the random variable is Bernoulli, binomial, uniform, or none of these. The dice referred to is a cube with faces numbered 1 to 6, so a standard cubical die. W is the number of throws of a dice until a 6 is scored. Well, that's none of these. You should recognize this as being geometric, but you don't need to know about geometric here. X is the score when the dice is thrown. Well, that one would be uniform. Think about what the PDF would look like. You'd have the numbers 1 to 6 with a probability of 1/6 in each one. Y is the number of odd numbers showing when a dice is thrown. So that's Bernoulli. So how many odd numbers can show when you roll the dice? You can either have 1 because it's landed on a 1, 3 or 5, or none because it's landed on a 2, a 4 or a 6. So therefore it's Bernoulli because you've only got the two outcomes, and one's a 0, one's a 1. Z is the total of the scores when the two dice are thrown, and that's a none. Clearly there's more than two outcomes. We've not got a situation where we've got a fixed number of trials and we're looking for one thing. It's not uniform because the probability of getting 2 is different to the probability of getting 5, and so on. You've seen the grid for adding 2 throws of a dice before. Pegs produced by a manufacturer are known to be defective with the probability P independently of each other. The pegs are sold in bags of N for $4.95. I suspect that that's going to be irrelevant. The random variable X is the number of 40 pegs in a bag. So this is binomial. We've got a fixed number of trials, although we don't know what it is. And we've got a constant probability of success. So expectation is 1.8, variance is 1.728. Well, we know that the expectation is just NP. So that's 1.8. The variance is NPQ, or NP1 minus P, and that's 1.728. So if we do 2 divided by 1, we get NP1 minus P divided by NP is 1.728 divided by 1.8. The n's and the p's cancel. So 1 minus P is going to be, let's go back to main, we've got 1.728 divided by 1.8 gives us 0.96, and therefore P is equal to 0.04, and then N times 0.04 is equal to 1.8, so N is going to be 1.8 divided by 0.04, and that gives us 45.